Hello there, welcome back to Jennie Designs with Paper. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. I have a really quick card video for you, so get comfy and let's get crafty. I'm using some Honeybee Stamps products, including my very first Honeybee stamp. This is a quarter-size lotus flower. I purchased it when I was first coloring. I'm also using the Vitamin C SEA pattern paper pack and a Hello die. I actually think this is a Simon Says stamp die. I have two pieces of white cardstock. They are 4 3/4 by 3.5 and 4 by 2.5 inches in the landscape style. I'm going to zoom in here so you can see what's going on. I have put a little bit of adhesive in the middle of the smaller piece, and I'm centering it in the larger piece. I did stick that on my skin so it would not be permanently adhered. And I am going to use a stamp block and my Versaclear Nocturne black ink. I'm using a stamp block instead of my Misty stamp positioner because I'm going to be moving this all around, which is why I chose the Nocturne black ink, because it stamps nearly perfect every time. Now, before I start stamping this, I am going to put some scrap paper behind it, and I am stamping this lotus flower all over this piece of paper, or these pieces of paper that are stacked on top of each other. So I think traditionally, the first time I saw this style of card making, it was called triple stamping, and there were 3 pieces of paper. I opted to go with 2 and have a wider margin for my pattern paper to show. I'm also stamping completely off. In fact, I think there's none of these lotus flowers that are whole, like the whole flower. I'm also adding some little dots. This is from a texture stamp set that I have in my collection. It's probably older than this lotus flower stamp, to be honest, and it's just to fill up the space. So this is another example of what you can do with these beautiful floral images when you're not in the mood or don't have the time to color and you need to make a card. Now, once this ink is dry, I did put it down and walk away for a few minutes. I'm going to pull the layers apart. I'm going to start putting in the pattern paper. Now, the pattern paper I chose was a light aqua, kind of a wave pattern, because it's almost tone on tone. It's very slight pattern. It's just enough to add interest behind my stamped image. So I'm going to take the larger of the 2 pieces of white cardstock, and I'm going to layer it on the larger of my 2 pieces of pattern paper. Now, the pattern paper has been cut down to 5 1/4 by 4 inches and 4 1/4 by 3 inches. So just stair-stepping them down by 1/4 inch each layer on each side. The cool thing is that when you put these all together, the stamping lines still connect. So it looks like a continuous image. It's very graphically pleasing to the eye. So this is how it will look when I have it all put together, once I get it all lined up properly. First thing I'm going to do, though, is pull in my card base. So I have a darker color aqua cardstock. It's just cardstock from my stash. Ignore my clock because, well, nobody's home but me, so I didn't close my office door. And well, now, if you count the dings, you'll know what time it is when I am recording this voiceover. Anyway, I'm centering that stamped panel onto my card base. This is a top folding landscape style card, USA 2, which is 5.5 by 4 1/4 inches. And then I'm going to adhere the second piece on top of, or that second layer on top of the card front. I did debate doing something old school, like adding some ribbon around it, or twine, or putting it up on foam tape. I decided to go ahead and just adhere it flat because it is going to be a little bit bulkier than average anyway, and that's okay. So my die cut, this is a Hello die. I think it's a CZ design from Simon Says Stamp. I've cut it 3 times out of a 110-pound black cardstock, stacked them together. Wow, words are hard. And then I'm going to add some liquid adhesive so I can get that right where I want it, kind of centered, but to the left. And this means that my card is finished, or nearly finished. I mean, when I tell you this was a fast card, I'm talking 15 minutes of raw footage, and that includes the die cutting. So yeah, all that I have left to do is add the copy paper to the inside of my card so that I have a nice place to add a stamped or a handwritten message. And then really the card is complete. So it's just another way to use those stamps that maybe you're not really in the mood to color. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it gave you some good ideas, ways to use some pattern paper, and a neat trick. I love this method. I use it often, especially on solid image stamps as well. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I hope you had a good day today. I have a couple other videos here for you to watch, as well as a subscribe button. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you did. Give me a thumbs up, let YouTube know you like the channel. Leave me a comment down below, and have a great day.